Hi Scorpio, welcome back to my channel. I'm doing your love reading for the next 2 weeks, so let's get straight into it. So on your side, we have soulmates. So it says here, consider love in the deepest sense, love so powerful that you'll never be the same, regardless of how long your relationship lasts. Consider friendships and romantic bonds so compelling that they overwhelm you with gratitude, or break you open so you will finally claim who you were meant to be. Even a companion animal reminds you that it is you who's being rescued and healed. Pay attention, for you are in the presence of a soulmate come to guide you home to the real you. So you could feel like this person firstly is your soulmate, but no matter how long you guys are together, this person is kind of changing you, there's some sort of lessons to be learned here, that they're in your life for a reason. And that could be a soulmate that is like a life partner, or could be a soulmate that's just here, a contract that your soul signed up for to learn some sort of lesson before you move on to a soulmate that would be your life partner. So we'll get the energies with the tarot, but let's move on to their feelings. So with their feelings, we have by the book. And it says here, getting along with others entails understanding and respecting who they have become as a result of their environment, culture, and experience. Find the middle ground that allows the relationship to flourish while honoring the individuality of the other person. Play things by the book instead of trying to break the rules or pressure others to conform to the way that you want to do them. Your connection will deepen as a result. So your person could be feeling like, maybe you're very different to people that they have usually been with before, but they're also kind of feeling like, that they're like, you're not reacting in the way that they're like expecting from you, and they could be trying to could be controlling you, but it doesn't have to be that. It could just be like lightly trying to kind of guide you to like do things or say things in the way that they would do them instead of respecting your individuality. But I do feel like they will be learning this the next 2 weeks, of how to kind of let go control and let you be who you are type of thing. And then we have a fiery climax approaches, the full moon in Aries. So it says here, it's time to see if you've been a little bit too much me. There's a tug of war going on between what you want and what someone else wants, but you'll have to wait a little while to see what's going to happen next. As you wait, ask yourself if you've been handling the situation as sensitively as you could have done. If you know deep down that you have been a little rash or harsh, gone too fast or overstepped the mark, then accept that on some level you've created the situation yourself, which means that you can create a way out of it too. When this card comes up, a peak is coming and it could be fiery. Be nice, be kind, smile, and be polite as you navigate where you want to be. Being assertive is good, just don't ride roughshod over anyone. If you're in a tense situation, meditate your way to peace. Don't be a baby, sorry, but this could be the issue, and you need to have more fun. So, firstly, that is a message that you guys do need to have a bit more fun together. But secondly, there's a difference here in what you want versus what they want, and maybe there needs to be a middle ground that's found here. So, and you could be feeling kind of angry or fiery at this time, so just be careful not to kind of like upset the apple cart in some way, and try to come in a calm approach with this person, because you guys could be both feeling kind of fiery, and feeling like you want it your way, they want it their way, and there's kind of no backing down from either side. And then we have chameleon spirit, and it says act as if. So this is your advice, and it says here, chameleon spirit shares her gifts with you today to prepare you for changes that will greatly benefit you. Outer conditions are changing, and you're required to come into harmony with them so that you can co-create your greatest dream. Feeling sensitive? Good, because that will come in handy, enabling you to determine how best to adapt to your environment and the people in it, while at the same time maintaining your integrity and inner equilibrium. Even if you feel like you're in uncharted territory, the chameleon spirit has complete faith in your ability to fit in and learn the lay of the land, adapting as necessary. This is a fortunate time to act as if and do as others do until the new ways feel familiar and completely natural. Life is offering you a great lesson now. Adapting isn't about losing yourself, it's about learning how to dance with others. So your advice is basically to kind of maybe adapt to the situation, and it's not about like, oh, well, they want me to act a certain way and that's not who I am, which you could be in that energy. But it's more about like, let's compromise. Let me see, how can we make this work? How can I work with you to have a good relationship here? Or how can I work with you to move past this issue or this problem that we're having at the moment? And it's not about giving up who you are. It's just about, you know, working well with other people or with this person particularly. So let's see, what does the tarot have to say for you, Scorpio? So I want to see what is Scorpio's feelings towards their person, as well as Scorpio's person's feelings towards them. I want to see the situation, the obstacles and blockages, their next actions towards Scorpio, the outcome over the next 2 weeks, and the overall energy. Okay, so we have the 8 of Cups as your feelings. We have the 7 of Pentacles as their feelings. The Tower is the situation, Scorpio energy, which is yours. 5 of Swords is the obstacles and blockages. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh, it's not funny. But it's just very true of what I've been saying here. So the Devil, which is Capricorn energy, and that's their next actions towards you, as well as the 8 of Pentacles then as the overall outcome. So with the 2 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, this is the overall energy here, and this is basically showing me that there is a decision that needs to be made here. Like, you guys do need to kind of plan for the future in this relationship and not just kind of stand still in it. You guys also could be, like I said, needing to have more fun, because this is about like sitting in your comfort zone and trying to make the decision to do fun things or take that exciting path, do something new, you know, like travel. Maybe you guys should just go away on holiday together. But that is the situation of the energy that you're in. And the 2 of Wands sometimes can be my should I stay or should I go card. So with your feelings, Scorpio, we have the 8 of Cups. So I do see you feeling like, you know, that there's something missing in the situation with your person or in this relationship, and you're like, I can't keep doing this. Like I'm not happy with where we're at right now, and I feel like, you know, I need to walk away from this situation, or I need to at least you know, show this person that I'm not willing to put up with this stuff, and if there isn't change in the situation, or if we can't compromise, that I am going to be walking away from them. We do have the 7 of Pentacles here. So the 7 of Pentacles is their feelings, and they're feeling at the moment that they're kind of like reevaluating the situation between the 2 of you. They might be thinking about it at the moment and kind of trying to weigh the pros and cons as to, you know, should I continue to put an effort into this? But they also are feeling that the efforts that they do put into the situation, like they're not being appreciated or accepted by you in some way. So they always feel like their efforts are too small of what they actually give to the situation. And they're not really, you know, seeing the reward of what they actually put into it. They are wanting to kind of, you know, be patient in the situation and just kind of like mull it over and think about it right now. But they do want in general to put effort into this connection, but they're just not wanting to put an effort if it's not, you know, going to be appreciated in some way or even recognized. So with the Tower being the situation, this is some sort of unexpected change that has happened between the 2 of you. It could have been like a breakup or a separation. Otherwise, it could just be like an argument that came out of nowhere type of thing. And there's like a big change, completely something that you didn't see coming. And it could be that your egos are clashing right now, because, you know, there is, with the full moon in Aries, it is saying that maybe, you know, what you want and what someone else wants is completely different, and that you guys could be acting from a place of ego, not only you Scorpio, but also your person, and both of you needing to kind of like have a death of the ego to be able to resolve this. Because then we have the 5 of Swords as the obstacles and blockages, which is very similar to what I was saying there, that there seems to be continuous arguments that's going on, and where someone's always trying to be like, right, like, no, I'm right, no, I'm right, you know. It's kind of like a bit of game playing here, but also, you know, there's some sort of selfish energy, and I feel like both of you, sorry to call you out, Scorpio, but I feel like both of you being selfish now, right now, not willing to budge or not willing to compromise, and it is because your egos are clashing. So the Devil being their next actions is they do intend to kind of obsess over you, and they are kind of, you know, having some sort of like unhealthy attachment towards you. There could be some sort of codependency that they're like, I can't let Scorpio go, like what, you know, how would I ever do that? But also they could be, you know, like overindulging and using unhealthy ways of coping with the situation right now. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles as the outcome. So sorry about that, Scorpio. So with the Eight of Pentacles being the outcome, I do see that you guys are both wanting to kind of work on the situation, and try and see if there is a way that you guys can kind of get past this, move to the next step, both put in the effort into the connection, and into yourselves separately to try and compromise on the situation. So let's get some clarifiers for you, Scorpio. Okay, so I want to see what is the Eight of Cups. We have the Five of Swords in the reverse. You could be feeling like it's time to give up in the situation and feeling like I can't keep having these arguments over and over again. Like, you know, one of us needs to back down because both of us are just getting hurt in the situation. And then we do have the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Like, you do want to kind of, you know, take action towards this person, and you do want, like, you do admire them. You feel like they are someone that you're very, what's the word? Like you're driven towards them, or like you feel like there's like this connection that you can't explain in some way, but you're like, well, you know, I can't keep going on with the fights. And again, the King of Wands could be, you know, that sometimes the King of Wands, when it's overly like if it's too much in its fire sense, because this is Leo energy, but also Sagittarius and Aries there. So it could be again that like the egos are getting in the way in some way, and you guys need to kind of release the ego, and in order to release the ego, you will need to kind of give up the fight or agree to disagree in some way. So what is the Seven of Pentacles? We have the Ace of Wands. So they still are wanting to, you know, approach you in some way. They do want a new start with you or a new beginning. They are highly attracted to you, but they also just want to have a bit more fun with you as well, and maybe more fun times. They're also trying to kind of, you know, think outside the box when it comes to this relationship. Like, you know, you might not be their usual type, but they're still highly attracted to you if that's a new person altogether. Otherwise, they're just wanting, like I said, some sort of new, passionate, exciting, fun beginning between the two of you, but they are still, you know, mulling over this at the moment. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. So they do feel like, you know, you guys do have some sort of solid foundation between the two of you, but they are still holding on to like some sort of issues between the two of you that needs to be released here. But their intention is to basically hold on to you, and, you know, keep the relationship going in some way. So what is the Tower? The Ace of Cups in the reverse. So it could be that this is an actual breakup that has happened between the two of you, again with the Ace of Cups in the reverse, but it could also be that at the moment you guys have been more focused on your own self-love at the moment rather than the connections self-love, the connections love, or putting love into the connection. There could also be, you know, a lack of happiness and joy at this time. Like you guys have just had something completely unexpected happen. Maybe it's an unexpected breakup as well. Ten of Wands at the bottom of the deck. It could be that, you know, there's a feeling of like this relationship is kind of overwhelming you and feeling like a burden more than anything else right now. And you feel like this, like you might be feeling like that you're putting in all the work, but you feel like they're not putting in the work into this, and you feel like you can't carry all the weight of this by yourself. So what is the Five of Swords? We have Judgment. Sorry, I just need to cover them. So with Judgment and the Five of Swords, it's kind of about needing to see things in a different perspective, like needing to kind of wake up to this connection and the purpose of it. And also kind of needing to realize that, you know, some fights aren't worth arguing over. Like sometimes, you know, how important is this specific argument to you? If it is very important, then obviously you need to explain your side and, you know, tell them what it is, but still be willing to kind of let go of your ego and agree to disagree. But if it's not important to you, or there's no purpose to fight, you know, and it's just because it's like a habit that you guys have just gotten yourselves into, you know, in this relationship of arguments, that could be something that you need to kind of let go of in some way. We do also have the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So there is a want here for some sort of commitment between the two of you, but it's kind of like there's a lack of stability in the connection, or maybe even a lack of consistency or commitment when it comes to this connection. So what's the Devil as their next actions? Ten of Swords. Bottom of the deck we have the Six of Wands. So I do see that their next actions at the moment is literally to kind of like mull over in their own mind of like the toxic emotions, like obsess over like the hurt that they feel from what's going on between the two of you. And like I said, there could be some sort of painful ending that they're trying to kind of move to calmer waters with you, but they feel like that's next to impossible. They could also be feeling like, you know, I have to say it's you know, if it's there, they could even be having like unhealthy thoughts of like harming themselves in some way. But they do want to kind of put an end to the unhealthy attachments between the two of you, and they want to kind of move to a peaceful time, whether that's with you or without you. They feel like they can't keep going on with, you know, these fights and these arguments and the difficult times or the rough waters. They want to move to a place where you guys can just, you know, be calm and peaceful and have a good relationship. So what is the Eight of Pentacles? We have the Moon. So there could be some sort of Pisces energy there. There could be some sort of like things that are hidden or fears that are getting in the way of this connection at the moment. And it could be that there's maybe illusions or people wearing masks, you know, and not being their true selves in some way. With the Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So there is, you know, this fantasizing and this dreaming of wanting to kind of, you know, come together, but someone does need to apologize. But I feel like they're holding back in some way from giving that apology. Maybe it's something that you both need to apologize. But I do see them holding back on putting effort into this connection until an apology is given. You know, but that's why I feel like you guys are both in your ego, and you might feel on your side, well, they owe me an apology. I'm not the one who needs to apologize. I feel like both of you guys will need to kind of drop the egos and actually let your guard down in some way to be able to heal this connection. So let's move on to the oracle cards for you, Scorpio. Okay, so how does Scorpio feel? That was very quick. We have chasing, pursuit, toxicity, and resilience. So you are feeling like a strong tie towards your person still, and you could be like, you know, really holding on to this connection, even though you're like, you know, feeling here like you do need to walk away, like something is missing, like you're trying to kind of give up the fight in some way, but you still have like that pull towards them is what I was trying to say earlier. Then we have bitterness, resentment, anger, and hurtful words. Yeah, that's that full moon in Aries. Like you guys are feeling like there's definitely some sort of anger and like fiery emotions that you guys are feeling that needs to be released here. So let's see, how does Scorpio's person feel about Scorpio? We have thinking, missing you, craving, and desiring. So like I did say, they are kind of, you know, weighing the pros and cons of the situation and reevaluating it. So they're thinking about it, but they do still, even if there's like any negative emotions towards this, they do miss you a lot, and they do want to come towards you. And we have apology, forgiveness, return, and sorry. Like I said, that they feel like there's an apology that's needed in order for you guys to move past this. And they might be feeling like you guys both need to apologize, but that they're not willing to move forward, and they're holding back in some way until an apology is received. So what is the outcome? Okay, that's way too many, but I did see return. Okay, there we go. We have broken, shattered, heartbroken, and destroyed. And bottom of the deck, we have family, fertility, parenthood, and pregnancy. So it could be that you guys have a family together, have kids, and you know, that type of thing. Otherwise, you guys just see each other as family because you guys have built some sort of foundations together, and whatever's going on between the two of you, you do feel, you know, very upset about this, and so do they, like proper heartbroken. But I did see, like I said, when everything flipped over, I did see return in there. So I do feel like that could be a situation, but it's like needing to kind of get past the hurt of the situation first. So let's see. Okay, so for Scorpio, what's coming in here? What does Scorpio need to know? We have flirt. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. Yeah, like it's very heavy energy that's going on here. I feel like you guys do need to lighten it up a little bit. Like I said, agree to disagree and try to move on if you can. You deserve love. You are lovable. Maybe you're feeling like in the situation, like I said, that you feel like something's missing, and you feel like maybe this person is like taking things the wrong way, or trying to control you in some way, or trying to change who you are. And then we do have soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Bottom of the deck then, and we have soulmate over there, so it's definitely a soulmate. We have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So it could be that you guys have different religions or spiritualities, but at the same time as well, this card for me is always about having a difference in your core values. Maybe about how you raise your kids, when we saw that family this card here, or it could just be that the values are so different that that's what's causing these arguments and these fights, and that's why it's so difficult for you guys to agree to disagree, because it's like a core value for you both that you're not able to release it. So let's get some messages from your person. This is usually for people in separation, Scorpio, but just take what resonates. Okay, let's see. Okay, one came out there. What is that? You were the best thing in my life. You can take that as are the best thing in my life if you're still with this person. What else? We have I left when I saw you with someone. Okay. And then you could be like, well, I wasn't with anyone. But it could also be that you know, they just feel like maybe you're moving on in some way. I bury myself in work to forget you, and I want to tell you how I feel. Bottom of the deck, we have I look for you everywhere. So Scorpio, I hope that resonated. If it did, please do give me a thumbs up. I really would appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys again either next week for your general messages or the following week again for your love readings. Take care.